Good morning, everyone. The last time we spoke, one of the biggest focuses of my video was to talk about tardies to class, and that has been something that most of you have made a great improvement on, so I applaud you for that. A few of you are starting to hit that ceiling of 3 tardies when you start to have lunch detention, and please know, every time you're late for that class after you've received that lunch detention, you'll have lunch detention again, and I want to prioritize that social time for you during lunch. So if you haven't already, if you've already got a couple, or if you've already reached your 3, talk to the teacher, brainstorm some ideas for how you could get to that class on time, and just know that very few of you have reached that consequence. So I'm confident that if 550 of you can do it well, then it's definitely something that the few of you can choose to do better. But we've got a lot going on. It's certainly a busy time of year. Mills Madness is coming up soon. Hope to see everybody there. Some classes are doing some really cool collaborative projects right now, so everybody's really busy. We just finished the interim period, so now we're just in that last 3.5 weeks left until the end of the third quarter, and then we're really sprinting toward DC. We come back from the trip, and we've got about a month and a half of instruction before we really start to get ready for end-of-year testing and all the things that come with finishing the year. Obviously, school safety has been a huge part of what adults have been talking about that work at and run schools lately. Has certainly been something that's been on your minds as maturing, nearly going to be in high school students, and you really think about your place in a world like this and how safe you are. So just know that there'll be lots of opportunities for adults to talk about this over the coming weeks, and your parents are getting emails from the school board, from principals, from everyone in the district and nationally talking about how we do take it seriously. But know that you guys hear about most things minutes, hours, days before most adults ever hear about anything. So we rely on you to say something when you think something is in need of an adult's help. And there'll be more coming about just about school safety in general, as it stays a really present topic, especially through the spring. As I said, the tardies to class have been well improved. That's fantastic. We're getting the most out of class. And in that same vein of getting the most out of class, we are working hard to really help students focus on learning while you're here and not focus on social media and your phones. So as a grade level, across the board consistently, we will all be focused on using the parking lots on a daily basis as a part of the routine to begin class. The expectation is everyone entering the room puts your cell phone in the parking lot. If you choose not to because you feel like it's not safe, or you just don't want it to be in the parking lot, that's fine. But please understand, if your phone is seen at all when it should be in the parking lot, the teacher will ask for it. Hopefully you'll give it willingly, understanding that that's the consequence for not putting it in the parking lot but having it out. And it will be passed to me. I will secure it, lock it up. It'll be available for you at 3 o'clock at the front desk. And if it happens more than once, then it'll be available for a parent to pick it up at the front desk at the end of the day. And the point of this is not to be negative, but to focus on what we can get out of the last about 12 weeks of school with you, from you, and have absolutely minimal interruptions from phone use at the wrong times. So that's bathrooms, that's hallways. Phones need to be up. Those are red zones. They say it on signs in almost every setting. The next step will be that the cafeteria will turn into a red zone if we're unable to curb some of these small things that have become problems lately. So do your part, use the parking lots in class, or secure your phone out of the adult site for the period. And then finally, transitions from lunch have grown to become something that requires a little more supervision. We're louder in side stairwells. 7th grade teachers have found there to be disruptions on the rooms that are near the stairwells. So all lunches will now be using the main stairwell only to come back up after lunch. So purple, you have the bigger lunch. We'll try to dismiss you always right on time so that you have plenty of time to come up and be ready for leopard time and be on time. But you will all be using the main stairwell coming up. And we continue to focus on making sure the cafeteria is cleaned up, especially after purple lunch, where trash gets left on tables and then gold has to inherit it before NJHS cleanup, and try to keep an eye on which small areas of the cafeteria that is that needs some attention, because it's not everybody. So many of you are doing a good job with these kind of details, but when a few don't, they start to add up in such a big school. So focus on doing the right thing. Make it a great day. I'm going to turn the camera around now, and Mr. Milner is going to talk a little bit about high school registration before the video ends.
Hey y'all, hope everyone's doing well. Just wanted to add on to what Mr. Warwick said and really stress that you all show your best selves for these next few weeks and make it a good habit for you before you start high school. Speaking of high school, all the registration stuff is up. It's working well. You should be able to log in and sign up for your high school classes. I gave everyone a printout last week on Friday of your recommendations. It turns out you can see those when you log in to sign up for your classes. They will be the courses highlighted in bold when you go to each subject. So please go on and do that. Do not wait until the last minute. I have a lot of schedules to check, and I want to be able to have a conversation with each of you about the courses you pick and why. I think that's an important thing to do. So please put some time and thought into your course selection and try and get those into me pretty quickly. Starting today on Wednesday and going through this week, I'll be going around to different homerooms and collecting registration signups that you have already completed. Try and get that done this week so it's off your plate and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, your parents got an email last week from me, and I'm going to reiterate to you today to encourage them and invite them to come to school tonight, Wednesday from 6 to 7. They can hear a presentation from me about your high school registration and how you as a family can talk about and choose the best courses for you for next year. So I encourage you to make this a priority. Talk about it at home. Talk about it with your friends. Please do not wait. And please ask me any questions you have. Either call me, email me, or stop me in the hall. You should know where to find me by now. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Make it great, and I will see you soon.